As always, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Are you thinking of moving to Europe or reaching financial independence in Europe? Here are 6 maps that you should know about. First map, very important. What are the hardest and the easiest languages to learn? Basically, the closer to England, probably the easier to learn the language. With, of course, some minor exceptions. I see Romania, Moldova, not really sure what they're doing there. I'm a little bit surprised that Dutch and Flemish is in category 1, but that just probably means that some other languages are really hard. So great, you can learn Dutch in only 24 weeks, or Spanish. So that's probably because you have some kind of Spanish community already in the US. So that's maybe why Spain and Portugal are ranked higher than France, for example. Secondly, wrong button, guys, but while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please like, it really helps me a lot. Thank you so much, and let's continue. Next up, wages in Europe. At the right, we're seeing the wages of 2021, the average wage, but we're also seeing the progress of 2013. So what are we seeing is that almost all European countries have moved up in terms of wage, but some have moved up more than others. So that's important. Look at the trends. For example, we're seeing a huge growth in Ireland, but we're also seeing a very big growth in Austria, surprisingly, maybe because they're close to Switzerland. Switzerland already has a high wage and also moved up further. The only most surprising to me is that Norway has been dropping. Could it be related to the Norwegian currency? I don't know. Most European countries have actually moved up. Only Italy, we see some stabilization, but otherwise, being in Europe seems to be very good for countries financially. Next map. Cost of renting an apartment. If you're going to move to Europe, you might not want to spend all your wage on an apartment. And we're looking at Eastern Europe. We're seeing, Ukraine, 93% of your wage has to be paid to rent an apartment there. It's a lot lower in some of Central Europe, like Switzerland or Austria, Germany. So those are probably some countries that you might like as well. Of course, Southern Europe, it's again higher, but they do have a climate advantage. Next map, safest countries. You might want to feel safe. Generally, I would say all of the European Union is quite safe, but this is another crime statistics map, and it shows a little bit the safety. Again, we see that Central Europe is popping out a little bit. I also see some good news there for Portugal, Cyprus, and Northern Europe. The next map, total tax revenue as a percentage of the GDP. Maybe you want to spend your money investing rather than paying taxes. And then you might not want to move to France, even though I love France, by the way. Beautiful country, France. Denmark, we saw before, Denmark has a really nice wage, but also very high taxes. Belgium, also very, very high, just like Austria and Italy. So then that's much lower in Eastern Europe. Ireland, nice wage, low taxes, probably a little bit less social protection though, if that's important to you. In the US, you probably don't have that much social protection to begin with, so maybe you don't care about that, and maybe you just care about wage and taxes, and then Ireland can be a good country. And another thing, if you are going to try to go for financial independence, financial freedom, then you might not want to pay too much capital gains taxes, especially if you are already financially free. By the way, the first 10 years you move to Portugal, capital gains taxes are zero, but there is a few countries where it's zero already by default. So for example, we have Belgium, Switzerland, Slovenia, and the Czech Republic. All of those you pay zero capital gains taxes. Oh, and Turkey. Turkey is there as well. So all things to consider when you are moving to Europe and when you want to reach financial freedom. Guys, thank you all for watching. If you like my video, please like, please subscribe, and see you next time.